Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to subtract fractions. Now, these fractions are going to have uncommon denominators because that's what makes it interesting. One thing to also note is that subtracting fractions and adding fractions are very similar. So if you can do one, you can probably do the other. Now, the first step we need to do to solve this 4/5 minus 1/2 problem is to find that common denominator. The easiest way to do that is to take both denominators that you originally have, 5 and 2, and multiply them. We get 10. This 10 becomes our new denominator. So let's go ahead and write it out as so. So we have something over 10 subtracting from something over 10. Now, because we changed our bottom value, our top values will also have to change. I can't keep them as a 4 and a 1 because that's not the same. Now I need more space, so let's go ahead and move to a new slide. The original problem was on the left. We left off what's on the top. Now to find these numerators, or the top values of my fractions, I need to look at each fraction individually. So let's look at 4/5 from our original problem. Now I need to find what value up top would make something over 10 equal to 4/5. Now the easiest way to do this is to think back, well, how did we get from 5 to 10 in the first place? What did I need to multiply 5 by to get 10? Well, that was my other denominator, 2. And so I need to do the same exact thing up top. I need to multiply this 4 by the 2. That gives me 8. So we found our first unknown numerator. I need to do the same exact thing for the other fraction. So we have 1/2, which I'll bring down over here. Similar process, finding my new numerator. Ask yourself, how did we get from 2 to 10 through multiplication? Well, that was by multiplying by my other denominator, 5. So I need to do the same thing up top. I'm multiplying by a 5. 1 times 5 gives me 5. And I find my second unknown numerator. So now we found both. We had the same denominator on the bottom. Now we can subtract. I subtract my two top numbers from each other. So 8 minus 5 gives me 3. I don't subtract my bottom numbers. It stays the same. We get 3 over 10 as our final answer. So hopefully not too bad. Hopefully if you watch the adding fractions video, this looks very similar. Now I'll write this in one cohesive slide so we can see it all work out together. So we started with 4 over 5 minus 1 over 2. And our first step that we did was find the common denominator, in which we found it was 10. We then went ahead and found our new numerators. 4 over 5 became 8 over 10, and 1 over 2 became 5 over 10. This is when we're allowed to subtract now. 8 minus 5 gives me 3, and we keep the denominator the same. There's our final answer, 3/10. Now I have an example for you to try, so go ahead and pause the video and try it yourself. Now I'm going to go ahead and explain this now. We have 2/3 minus 1/7. Remember, our process was to find a common denominator. Easiest way is through multiplication, in which case we get 21. That becomes my new denominator. And I need to take each fraction 2/3, set it equal to something over 21, and we need to find our new numerator. We do that by multiplying what we find on the bottom, so multiply by 7 to get from 3 to 21. Do the same up top. We get 14. Now I need to do the same thing for the second fraction, 1/7. How did we get from 7 to 21? Well, we multiply by 3. 1 times 3 gives me 3. That's my second new numerator. This is the point in which we can subtract our numerators from each other. 14 minus 3 gives me 11. We keep the denominator the same. We get 11/21. And that's our final answer for this. So again, hopefully not terrible. Now I do have extra practice problems for you to try. So please go ahead and try these. The answers to these will be found in the description of the video. Thank you. I hope you learned something, and I hope you have a great day.